I'm going to go through all of the parables that Jesus teaches in the Gospels. So if you are interested in learning more about these parables and what they mean, please give a subscribe and we'll get into it. The first one I'm going to do is the parable of the sower. It is in Matthew chapter 13, verse 1 through 23, Mark chapter 4, verse 1 through 20, and Luke chapter 8, verse 4 through 15. But we're reading from Matthew chapter 13. Chapter 13, verse 3. Then he told them many things in parables, saying, a farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on the rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and withered, and the plants withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 160 or 30 times what was sown. He who has ears, let him hear. And then the disciples say, why are you talking in parables? Why can't you just tell us what you're saying, like plainly? Why are you speaking in parables? And he says, because the word of God is like this seed. It will only grow if it's planted in good soil. And people who are not ready to accept the word of God, they're not going to accept it, right? So if it's planted in someone that's hostile towards the truth, the enemy will come and take it quickly, like seed on the road, like the birds on the road taking the seed. If it's planted in shallow soil, it'll grow quick, but then it'll go away because the person doesn't have, like, when a hardship or a difficulty comes or something of the world comes and destroys them, they will stop believing and stop having faith because they don't have true faith yet. And then the thorns, right, because of any kind of sin in the world, greed or lust will come, and those people's desire for money and for power and for lustful pleasures is more powerful than their desire to hear the truth and let it grow in their hearts. So he says, I have to speak in parables because the seed will only grow in good soil. The word of God will only grow in good people's hearts who understand it and keep it through hard times above all the worldly desires and pleasures of the flesh. Above all of that, it will only grow and take solid root and grow into a crop bearing fruit in those people. So let them who have ears, let them hear.